What's up, friends of YouTube and VOD's future? I'm Essell, and welcome to our blind playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3. We have just been going through some of the briefing files, or sorry, the special menus to find some of the controls, but aside from that, we are brand new, and I am ready to start this new game, so let's do it. I like MGS3. What the? And it says normal. We're gonna do normal. There's two, like, I like doing middle or one above it, so we could probably do hard, but European Extreme, oh my god. Let's just do normal.
After the end of World War II,
here we go.
The world was split
Here we go.
into two,
Here we go.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the
I don't know
era
those options mean, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Cold War. PS Vita version. Okay. Gotcha. Call the boss a lot in the beginning. Okay. That's fine. Watching is fine. We know this about the series. Extra camos. Oh, cool. Okay. That sounds cool. Yes. David Hayter. Oh, is he still playing OG Snake? That's funny. European Extreme sounds very intense.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Huge visual upgrade. Almost an hour? Yikes.
Pressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Whew. Okay.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Put out that cigar, boss. Or is this big boss? I don't know. I'm under the impression that this is eventually going to be big boss. But right now we're not big boss.
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Nope. What is happening? Okay, we're masked again.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Oh, that's very funny, Ozzy.
Sunrise.
Pretty.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not
Nice.
to get frostbite from the wind chill.
Try not to get
1
frostbite.
minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first.
Oh, the world's first Halo jump. Nice.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
Calculated. It looks pretty, yeah.
All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
It's in the on the helmet. It says Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Yeah, I think the graphics look so solid because we're at the sort of like the end of a generation here, 2004, right? So we're at towards the end of the PS2 era, which means that the graphical fidelity is getting really pushed to its limits for the hardware. So there's no like weird muddiness or weird sort of attempts to get there, but not quite.
I've got some important news.
Oh, check.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
The don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Sokolov sounds familiar to me.
The OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same.
What?
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov
Hopefully that helps,
is said to be
guys.
the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff.
So as all you mentioned, a lot of
Finally,
this
on
so far
October
seems to be
28th,
fairly
the Soviet Union agreed
real-world
to remove
history.
its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was
Here's where we get to Metal Gear Solid.
intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov.
At
They
least,
wanted
I
us
think
to
so.
return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea.
Is
We
this
were running out of time.
Metal Gear?
It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war.
He was working on a
And we
prototype
had no
for
choice.
Metal
Kennedy
Gear.
gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my side.
Uh-oh. That doesn't bode well.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
Probably.
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin
Nice
Cliffs.
name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just
Well said,
recently.
boss.
Why?
He's not big boss yet.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best
Yeah, that makes
chance to
sense.
get
Like the
him
Turkey
back.
bargaining chip still
This
makes sense as
mission
like a
would never
real
have
world
been
thing, but
possible
like
if he was still in the
the
research facility.
using it as a chip to get back Metal Gear
This is
though
our last
is
chance.
maybe not so much.
Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Although, who knows? Maybe they're hiding Metal Gear from us. Keep your third eye open. That makes sense. It's pretty cool though. It's really cool to have it sort of woven into history. That does make for a very compelling backdrop.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask
Very
in
true.
the Soviet
Very
mountains,
true.
ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery
The
system.
Fulton!
I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
I know that was in this game. I know it was in
I think
MGS5.
Sokolov is up to it.
Oh my god.
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
Okay, will do. R1
She's
prompts.
equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
F. Smile and nod. Okay. Not suspicious? Yeah, I think not. Oh my god. Amazing Ozzy. Harry Gregson Williams, the composer, said to Kojima jokingly that they wouldn't do another game unless it was set in the jungle. Wouldn't do another game so soon. Oh no, we needed that. And we were already planning to get there. I don't think Russia is known for its jungles. There's the pose. The snake pose. Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. Snake Eater. What's up here? That's true. I just didn't know about a region like this. Like, I don't know like, where this would be. It could just be invented, though. Snake. Yeah, start with the oxygen mask. Codex.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
Hold on.
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Naked Snake.
I'll be referring to you as Snake
All right.
from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom.
Oh my god.
Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
All right.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha.
Lore.
Getting back to the subject. How exactly am I
So
supposed
food
to
is going to be a
feed
thing in this
myself?
game, it sounds like.
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer.
Oh, wow, okay.
Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in
Okay,
front of the
we do
tree
get
that's
tutorial
covered
stuff.
in ivy and press the
Yeah.
action button.
Triangle.
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85.
That's our mission control
I'll
frequency.
give you a call if I need to talk to you.
Right, this
If
isn't
you
a
need to talk
codec
to
yet.
me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Get your backpack, Snake. It's time to go to school. Can I play now? Okay. Whoa. We have a camo meter? Okay, the game already looks good, and it's... Okay, so this is already very different. We have a camera. We can look around with the camera. This is already substantially different from other games. Okay, wow. Oh, it's pretty. Little muddy there, but not bad. I like the trees. Good perspective down there. Okay, cool. That regular camera is good. I do like that. All right, here's the tree. Backpack tree. Codec calls comes to camo, saves me weapons and items. Use the codec for the weapon specialist in position when you find a couple new things. Okay. Do codecs. We know this. There's a snake. Snake eater. Can we eat the snake? I push select. Okay. I think we have like a proper menu with item. Okay. Options. Okay. Okay. How do I kill the snake? Oh, we have to equip this. Okay. Aha! We can eat the snake. Snake eater. Python meat. Oh, we haven't eaten. We can't eat it. Right. Makes sense. Okay. Use both cameras. Understood. Oh, okay. Interesting. Got it. Hold X to fully stand up or lie down. North is always up in overhead mode. Okay.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Correct.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Okay.
In the survival viewer, choose weapon
Gotcha.
from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want
Fake
to equip
death pill?
and press the enter
Oh my
button.
god.
For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission.
This is a survival
After you've been out
game.
in
Oh
the
my
field
god.
for a while, your stamina will start to drop.
This genre is getting
If
overstuffed.
stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To
This is a
recover
survival
lost
game.
Stamina, you can hunt for local flora
Oh my
and
God.
fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor.
Yes.
However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
This is a survival
Get
game.
too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the
Oh my
icon.
god.
Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to
There's
hunt my
durability.
own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence.
I
No
think
weapons, equipment,
this is a survival
footprints,
game.
Sweat or bodily waste. The same goes
No
for
bodily
bullets and
waste.
cartridges,
Hello?
too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so.
That's true.
You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy.
Okay.
Send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long,
Oh my god.
nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost
Survival.
importance. The first member of the
Move
support
over,
team will
Steam
be
Store.
in charge of monitoring your
2004.
physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.7.
73. 14573.
She's also in charge
Okay.
of recording your
14573.
mission data. Whenever you
Tactical
want to
survival
save,
espionage
send a
action.
message over
Very
the
true.
reserved save frequency, 140.96.
Okay.
So saving lets
Hopefully
me
these
record
get saved
the
for us
mission.
immediately, because otherwise...
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor.
No, I
Actually, it was
forgot
the
about my
boss
whole
that got
mentor.
the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were
Oh,
at
Ribs.
SAS
Oh, I
together.
lost two.
Jack, is that you? How many years is it then?
Boss?
Streams went
That's
down.
right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
Hi.
I was on a top secret mission. didn't need me
The boss...
But there were still so many.
They have the
things
boss
I
and
wanted
Snake
to
haven't
mention
spoken in a
today.
while,
No,
and
I taught you
they...
everything you needed to know about fighting.
We'll catch up in a
techniques.
sec.
I taught you all I could.
The boss left. They haven't
The
spoken in a
rest you
while.
needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique.
Sorry about that, guys.
And the
It's
only
really
thing
frustrating.
you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No,
Dang.
it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only
Right, Snake is
the
still a
mission.
rookie.
You follow the orders you're given.
Yeah, we
That's
just heard
what
that from the
being a
boss.
soldier is.
And sort of Snake
I
was
do
saying,
whatever I
you taught me
have to
techniques,
get
but
the
not,
job
but
done.
not how to think
I
like
don't
a
think
soldier.
about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we
Snake
have
is
loyalty
confused.
to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with
Psycho
absolute
Mantis.
certainty
Sup, Catch?
is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
That was a
What
wild
is it?
speech.
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
This is
Yeah,
very much
I
like
can't think
Raiden
of
with a
anyone else
legendary
I'd
hero
rather
as
have
backup.
with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key.
Okay.
Those
CQC.
CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
Okay.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on
Just in
battle.
case.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve
Writing it
Dr.
down.
Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you.
Don't let
Don't forget,
anyone
this
see
is a
you.
stealth mission.
All right. Here we go.
Snake, try to
Remember some of the basics of CQC. Here we go. There it is. What? Pistol knife. The basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Let's do it. Okay. Revival pill. How do I unequip the we have the mic already, guys. Oh, the X button. Okay. I'm trying, guys. I'm gonna try. Aha! Stealth D-pad walk. I like this. I'm a little bit taken aback by just how much we have to know before I play the game. But oh, I'm in the way, guys. Sorry. Let's try down over here. Oh, that'll also be in the way, huh? Let's try this. Try to remember the basics of CQC. This is wild. The whole experience is immediately so different. Rip, Mr. K. Is that a crocodile? Alright. We are being recommended some calls. We're going to restart the capture real quick, because I think we're a little bit desynced. So you can see the pistols as well. Okay.
Snake, be careful of that swamp.
What's dangerous about it?
It's a bottomless swamp.
Oh, nice.
A bottomless swamp.
Yes. The mud in that swamp is highly viscous. It will stick to your body like tar. It will be impossible for you to swim. If you get swallowed by the bottomless swamp, you won't be able to escape on your own. Once you sink down to about head level, you'll be trapped for good. Make sure you get out before that happens.
So, I have to make sure I don't sink too far. Got it.
Snake, wait.
There's more?
Yes.
What?
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles?
Yes.
Crocodiles.
Crocodiles.
The reptile.
That's correct. More accurately, they're Indian gavials.
What are crocs doing deep in this forest?
You'll have to ask Paramedic about that one. Paramedic?
Yes. The Indian gavial is a crocodile that
We're learning about crocodiles. How exciting.
In India and Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
Got it. So, how do they...
Taste? Yes, I did look into that. You know what they always say. Tastes like chicken.
Sounds delicious.
But be careful when capturing an Indian gavial. Normally they're cowardly creatures, but the ones in the forest there are belligerent. Apparently,
there's a Tsuchinoko? Oh my god.
What do you mean?
They weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
It's a lot of information. Okay. Yeah, I did see the little CQC compatible badge. That's really nice. There's more. Yes.
Camouflage
What?
is
Crocodiles.
indispensable tool when
Crocodiles.
you're sneaking
Yes.
through the jungle.
Really good.
To use camouflage, first press the start button to go to the survival viewer. Then select camouflage and press the enter button. Select uniform to select battle fatigues, and face to select face paint.
Okay, cool.
Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
There's camouflage now too? Oh my god. And also the floor is electrified. plus 35. I'm so happy there's like a thing here. What? Okay. Apparently that's good here. Oh my god. There we go. Looks good. It's so funny. And also the floor is electrified. What else? Oh, I see. Weapon. Wait, what are you saying? Oh, there's a naked option? Oh, powerful. I'm scared. Okay, so we don't want to go in there because we will die. All right. Oh god. Bug juice. We're invisible. We can't be discovered. What the? Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, this beat. What is this? I don't like this place. I thought it was a log too. Yeah, the aiming is something. What's up, Fake Pie? This game is an adventure. We do have like a third-person camera this time, though. I thought this bark was supposed to be good. I mean, this camo. What? Oh, was that like up against a tree earlier? There we go. Okay. Right, but it like dropped a ton overall earlier, which is why I was confused. It looks like we were probably up against a tree earlier, and that was why I recommended the thing. Crocodile camo is horrifyingly effective. Let's save real quick. Interesting. The menus are pretty good so far. I am. You can get croc camo. Incredible. Incredible. I'm a bit overwhelmed. This game is a lot. It's got a lot of systems. And most importantly...
Snake,
oh.
You ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No. What is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly
Thanks for the
mindless
kaiju
fun,
movie
but
recommend.
It's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's
Oh
50th
my God.
birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
Oh my God.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are
Yeah, I
you?
also don't get the joke.
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know.
Yeah.
When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective.
Kojima does love movies. This is true.
That's the magic of
Oh my
movies.
God.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might.
What is happening?
Distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
What? Okay. What is Metal Gear? I did not acknowledge earlier, but Curry had a message earlier talking about the geography of Russia. That sounds legit. That not quite tropical jungle, but something relatively similar could be possible around the area around Kazakhstan. All right, here we go. Binoculars. R1. Soldiers.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory
Yes, we've been over
is already
this.
a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage
We've been over
by
this, yes.
selecting camouflage from the survival view.
Change your camouflage
The
by
uniform
selecting
option lets you
camouflage.
pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
Okay.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Become one with nature. All right. That's the key to this game. Become one with nature. All right. All right. And crawl. I don't want to crawl. I want to run. I really should. We can't crouch walk in this game, right? Does not seem like it. So from here, okay. This is the best we got. If you do a vegan playthrough, it's different. Okay. Apparently, Italian flag is fine right now. Soviet Union is -5. It really is the best camouflage for existing in the Soviet Union. But I want to be in third person. Okay. Hey, Pinger, easy. We'll get around to it. I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught. Right? Easy. Oh my god. Well, they said we didn't want to have contact with the enemy. They said contact with the enemy is forbidden. So we cannot make contact. No grab. I'll just softly Do not text or WhatsApp the enemy soldiers. Oh no. Oops. Why'd the ammo go over there? This is a problem I have with the Metal Gear Solid game so far. The controls are baffling. Even once you get used to them, the amount of action verbs you have with like the O button is a lot, which makes it very tricky to. Oh god. Which I think is just a little bit tricky to understand. That's a climbing tree. We could do that. Right, I definitely appreciate that, but I still have to like you guys can't quite direct me through everything, nor would I want that to be the case. So just one of those things. We lost audio. Hopefully you didn't lose audio. I'm seeing audio on my end and stream connection. People are having a rough time with stream connection tonight. That sucks, guys. I'm sorry. Let's try to CQC this guy. We gotta let go of the stick. I mean, if we want to do like a CQC grab, we're gonna let go of the stick.
Huh? Who's that?
What? Who's Tommy? Oh god. Okay. Because I think... I can't be seen. Okay, I've been seen. Yeah, definitely a big difference from previous games, because in previous games we do get a chance to evade or cancel the call. In this game we do have to immediately, like if we get seen at all. What is that? Is it a frog? Fitting, given that I'm a first timer. This timer's nice. But it's got a... It has a thing, though. It has a durability.
This is HQ.
Lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. How do I get the frog? Look at this frog! Oh, come on.
Guess I'm seeing things.
They come to the same spot. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. What? Oh no. It's time to remember the basics of CQC. I felt similarly confused on my first time playing MGS2, so
is poor in the jungle, so you'll be
we'll see how
finding
this
yourself
goes.
in a lot of unexpected encounters.
They're shooting every
Naturally,
frog
this
or
means that
keraton
close
in every
quarters
area of the
combat
game.
will
You
be
can see
more
with stealth
important than
camo for the next playthrough.
So I'll have plenty of chances to use CQC then.
I feel like Kojima just
That's
liked
right.
the term
In
CQC.
proximity encounters, firing a gun isn't necessarily the best response to every situation. It's only one option among many. Rather than taking the time to draw, aim, and fire a gun, engaging your opponent in hand-to-hand combat can sometimes be a faster and more reliable way of subduing him. Besides, in a sneaking mission like this one, it's too dangerous to go around firing your gun. You'll end up revealing yourself to the enemy.
Yeah, I know. You created CQC.
The boss invented close quarters combat.
With your help, of course. In a battle situation,
The boss
you'll only
invented
have a
hand-to-hand
split second
combat?
to
Okay.
decide how to attack. Use the weapon button to attack using a weapon, and the CQC button to attack using CQC.
What does that mean?
Press the CQC button once to throw a punch. Pressing it multiple times
Okay,
in
just
succession
O, I
will
guess.
allow you to deliver a combo attack. But striking your opponent is just one aspect of CQC. It doesn't really start to shine until you've got your enemy in a hold. Press and hold down the CQC button to grab your opponent with your right
Hand to hand is the basis of all
From there,
combat.
you can use the left stick to knock your opponent off balance and throw him to the ground. This can be used to knock an opponent out in a single blow. If you don't press the left stick, grapple with your enemy until you're behind them and can get your knife to their throat. Grabbing an enemy from behind and holding your knife against his throat will render him virtually powerless. From this point, there are several things you can do. Press the CQC button hard to slit the enemy's throat with your knife. Move the left stick and press the CQC button to throw the enemy to the ground. Lightly tap the CQC button rapidly to choke the enemy. You can use this to knock him out or even kill him if you do it long enough. By continuing to hold down the CQC button, you can move around while keeping your grip on the enemy. By pressing the weapon button, you can aim your currently equipped weapon at another enemy. With their comrade acting as a human shield, the enemy will be reluctant to attack you.
This is a lot of information.
Press the left stick to press your knife against the enemy
Okay.
and demand information. You'll be surprised at how much
Okay.
you can learn this way. But don't get too complacent. While your enemy may be powerless in your grip, he'll use any opportunity he can to counterattack.
Okay. It's good that they're just like throwing us in here, but also, whew. What's wrong? Thinking about that frog still. There's clearly enemies here. Oh, hi.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Where am I? They're waking up all their friends. Interrogating gives us advice as well as codec frequencies. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of codecs here. It's crazy. What? Where does friends go? So there's like gone through and defined every square inch of the game with a different like camouflage property. That's wild. We're gonna drop pretty hard here. The music's super good too. It was just a snake.
Guess I'm seeing things.
Huh?
Who's that?
That makes sense. Yeah, the percent makes sense. So that's north. Okay, good. Ah, okay. So this was the whole thing over here. Could have just gone. Oops. Snake, make sure you don't run around like an idiot. 70 plus is usually pretty good normal. Okay. Good to know. Oh. Dolino Vodno. And we're learning Russian a little bit. Cyrillic script. Oh. Oh, also the motion D. Text animals with sound waves. We have battery power. This is a survival game.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
I'm in the way again. You can't see the thing at all. Oops, sorry guys.
Understood. Return to your position.
You hear the ping, gotcha, okay. They can also hear that apparently. Oh no, I want to be... Get him. Taking a nice leisurely stroll. Probably do both of them at once. We're not really bad on ammo. Big upgrade, but not big enough. Oh no.
What's wrong?
No, damn it, you're ruining the whole plan. Oh my god. Oh, why is there a needle in my head? What? There we go. Oh, we gotta get these bodies out of here. Before this guy comes back. Oh good, stun G. We get a lot of bullets, that's pretty nice. Secret item on this screen, huh? I don't want to do that, then they die. Gotta leave no traces. We can leave the syringes, but not dead bodies. Okay. Was that my stamina bar? Is that the grip meter? Why is this happening? I guess so. So rickety that we're just like careening off the edge with every step. Can drop him. Get dropped. Get dropped. I want the mushroom. Yeah, we got it. Our mushroom C. I love the abbreviations on items in the game. Stun G, R mushroom C. So good. Oh, is that food? Siberian ink cap. Shoot the ropes on the bridge. That sounds dangerous to me. What if we gotta get back there? Ooh, this feels fairly secretive. We platformer now. Eat everything? That sounds dangerous. XM16E1. Hold in first person view and shoulder aim with L1 button. Toggle firing mode with X with triangle button. Okay, suppressor. Talisman. Word. We got... Oh, right. We got... Oh, it's an M16. With the suppressor? Let's take the stun G. Screen freeze? No. I'm not seeing one. I have no suppressor yet. We gotta find a suppressor, I guess.